Hello everyone. Today I am discussing about data types in SQL. Data types. Data types are used to determine what kind of data will be stored in a particular memory allocation. It is used to specify the type of data we want to store in the memory. There are 5 types of data types in SQL: char, varchar or v2, number, date. Large object is again classified into 2 types: character large object, binary large object. Char data type can accept characters such as a to z or small uppercase a to z, lowercase a to z, 0 to 9 or special characters like asterisk or slash or dollar symbol. It is based on American Standard Code Information Interchange. It is also known as ASCII. As we know that ASCII given the separate values for uppercase and lowercase or something special characters. It has for capital A it is given as 65. For capital Z it is given as 90. For small a it is given as 97. Capital Z it is given as 122. As that we can use that. Syntax for character is a char of size. Size it is used to determine the number of characters that we store. We want to store how many characters, it can determine here the size. Whenever we mention character data type, we have to mention size for it. Whenever we want to mention the data type, we have to mention size for it. For example, if we are storing some name as name, so we have to initialize as char of size of this number, size of this character as 1 2 3 4. We can represent as 4. In char data type, the maximum size is 2000 and it is a type of fixed length memory allocation. In char it is only the fixed length. In this it is due to the fixed length, the major drawback is wastage of memory. For example, if we use some stack as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 stacks, it is allocated for that memory. So if we use only 6 of that, another 4 will be unused memory, so it will be wastage. So due to this drawback, we have introduced a new one as varchar. Varchar data type can accept characters such as a to z, small a to capital small z, 0 to 9 or special characters, same as char. But here syntax is varchar of size. Here same as char, size is used to determine the number of characters that we are storing. Here whenever we mention varchar data type, we how to mention size for it. Means how much size it is having, we have to mention for it. As I said earlier, name we can mention as varchar of the size of it, the size of that character. It is 1 2 3 4. So I have mentioned 4. The maximum size is 2000 and it is a type of variable length memory allocation. Due to its variable length memory allocation variable nature, it can have any no wastage of memory. So it will use the memory, and used memory will be stored. Used memory and another memory will be used for one array memory. Another advantage is varchar 2. It is the updated version of varchar. That is, its size is updated from 2000 to 4000. In earlier we have 2000. Now as varchar 2 is the latest version, we can have 4000. Syntax for this for it is syntax varchar of size. It is similar to varchar, but same by default the new version of varchar, it will be stored as varchar 2. The maximum size is here 4000. The important question is that a difference between data type char and varchar. Char or varchar. Char is also known as fixed length memory allocation. Varchar is also known as variable length memory allocation. Here in char we have memory wastage, in varchar no memory wastage. And char has only 2000, maximum size is 2000, and varchar is also having 2000, but in latest version we can have 4000. The important question for this is difference between varchar and varchar 2 is varchar is only having 2000, varchar 2 the latest version which is having 4000. And another data type we are going is number. This data type is used to this data type is used to store numerical values. For example, if we are storing any phone number or another ID, employee ID or rule number, we use for this number data type. It is having, in a number we have two arguments, precision and scale. Syntax for a number is number of precision comma scale. In precision, it is used to determine the digits we are going to store in numerical place. It is how many digits we are storing. For example, salary is 20,000. So we can use as how many digits are there after by considering decimals also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we have 7. So number and precision as 7, and scale, it is used to determine the number of digits we are going to store. That means we are storing how many points after the decimal, after how many numbers, how many digits after the decimal point in decimal place within the precision. The most precision we can store is 38. The most scale we can store is 127. Here scale is automatically default value is 0, and the maximum the most precision or maximum we can store 38 as precision, and scale we can store 127. As you can see as examples, case 1, here number is 999, so I have taken as 3. Here number is 4 comma 2, so we have precision as 4 numbers, and after that we have 2 digits, so after decimal we have 2 digits, so I have written as 2. Another case is 0.009 is taken as precision as 0, and scale is 3. We have 3 digits, so we have taken as 3. Same as number of 2 comma 2, because we have taken as 2, we have 2 digits after that, so we have taken 2. Now again we are coming to date and large object data types. Date, it is a data type. Its format is date. In generally we will written as date, month and year with enclosure with colons, semicolons. Syntax, it is known as syntax for date is date. The two Oracle specified date formats are, as I mentioned, that date, month and year. If we can date, month and year, data should be enclosed within single quotes. And the another data type is large object. Large object is classified into two types: character large object, binary large object. Character large object, it is used to store the characters up to 4 GB of size. Because in earlier date is only store 2 GB. So to increase that, we have introduced a new one which is known as large object. In a large object, character large object can store 4 GB of size. Syntax for it is CLOB. Binary large object, it is used to store binary numbers of images, videos, files, etc. up to 4 GB of size. Binary large object, as known as binary as zeros and ones, we can store images, videos and another files, etc. up to it is supported for 4 GB of size. Syntax for BLOB is BLOB. Data types, we have considered employee. In photo, it is an image format, so I have used BLOB data type. And here employee number, we have used numbers, so I have written number. Here employee name, we have names, so I have used varchar. It is size of 50. I can increase the size as 50 also. Number, salary we can use as number, which is as 1 2 3 4 digits, 5 digits, 5 6 7 digits, 7 digits. And after that we have two decimals, so decimal point we have 2 digits, so I have written as 2. In higher date we have date, which can be in the form of data type. Number is having of 10 digits, and there is no decimal point, so I have scale as a default 0. So it is a data types. Now we are discussing about constants. Constants are also known as conditions. Constants are the conditions that are assigned to a particular column to validate the data. Constants, for example, if I have written number, then again we have used constants are the conditions that are used to validate the data. For example, if I am having an employee number, another name or ABC, some other characters, it is not used as employee number. It is used to validate which types of data we are using. There are 5 types of constants: unique, not null, check, primary key, foreign key. Unique. Unique is a constant which is assigned to a particular column which cannot accept repeated or duplicate values. For example, in here I can have employee number. Employee number is unique. So employee number 1 2 3 4 5. For example, I have written 3. It is a duplicate value. It cannot accept that. So it having constant as unique. Not null means another. If we have any empty space in the table, it cannot be accepted by the SQL or database. And here check is another constant. Check is a constant which is assigned to a particular column for extra validations. Check is used for extra validations. For example, I want to in phone number we have 10 digits. Then only we can accept it. Check constant is assigned with a condition. If the condition is true, the value gets accepted, else rejected. As I said that number of 10 in phone number we have 10 numbers, so I can accept it only 10 numbers. If the condition is true, it can be satisfied, otherwise it is rejected. Examples: check of length. Here phone number I said that 10 numbers. If it is equal, then it can be accepted. Note null, it is a keyword which represents empty cell. Null is referred as a keyword. It is used to represent the empty cell, because in a table we in column we not have assigned any value. It is referred to in cell, it is referred as empty. It is referred as null. Another constant is primary key. Primary key is a constant which is used to assign to a column to identify a record uniquely from the table. It is that primary key is a constant. Primary key, it is a combination of primary key is a combination of not null and unique. There are 5 characteristics of a primary key. We can have only one primary key in a table. only in table a table can accept only one primary key. It cannot accept repeated or duplicate values as it is unique. It can only accept it cannot accept duplicate values, and not null. It cannot accept null values, means empty cell. It is a combination of unique and not null. As I said earlier that it is a combination of unique and not null. Primary key is not mandatory but recommended to have one in table. Primary key is not mandatory, means it is not necessary. We can use or not, but it is recommended to have one table for our convenience. Foreign key, it is a constant which is used to establish the connection between two tables. Foreign key is a constant. For example, we have two tables, so we can establish the connection between two tables by having the primary key. Primary key is foreign key is dependent on primary key. Characteristics of a foreign key: we can have n number of foreign keys in a table. We can have multiple foreign keys for one table, but only one primary key in a table. It can accept repeated or duplicate values. It is exactly opposite to the primary key. As earlier I said that primary key is accept repeated or duplicate values, but it cannot accept repeated or duplicate values, but foreign key can accept repeated or duplicate values, and it can accept null values also. It is a combination of unique and not null, and it is present in child table but actually belongs to parent table. For example, it is two tables. It is traveled from its parent table to child table. So it is present in child table but actually it belongs to a parent table. It is also referred as referential integrity constant because it is belonging to another parent class and it is referring to that, so it will be called as a referential integrity constant. Only primary key can travel to another table. When it travels, it becomes foreign key. As I said, it is only primary key will be traveled to another table, and it will become as foreign key. In that, it is a employee number is a unique and not null. It is a combination of unique and not null, so we can establish as primary key. It is a table of employee table. And another one is e name. We can have unique. Name is not a unique, so we can establish as not null. And salary is a salary can be unique but it cannot be null, so we can establish the condition as check of salary greater than 0. We cannot have negative values. And the higher data, if we missed the data as null, so it cannot accept. So it should be not null constant. And phone number, it is a unique plus not null. It is a combination of unique and not null, so we can establish as primary key, but phone number can be changed. And especially we have only one primary key in the table, and we can establish a constant as a check for this. Length of a phone number is equals to 10. If the length of phone number is 10, then it will be validated, and then it will be validated if given user entered 10 numbers, so it will be validated, and then it will be stored in the phone number table, phone number column. And here the department table and customer table are two another tables. These are parent table, and if we establish department number and customer ID or primary key, because they follow the unique and not null constants, so we can establish a primary key. It will be traveled from its parent table to child table, so it will be represented as foreign key. As they are traveling from one table to another table, they can be represented in that parent table. They are represented as a primary key, but once they are traveled from primary parent table to child table, they are represented as a foreign key. Thank you.